Good morning to one and all present here. I am dealing with the subject entrepreneurship development. So before starting with the syllabus, just briefly I will introduce the whole syllabus. Then accordingly one by one we can start. Now this consists of 5 modules. Now the first module is introduction. There you will be studying about who is called as an entrepreneur, then its types, functions, qualities, role, then sole proprietorship and so on. So before starting with the introduction, let us discuss about who is called as an entrepreneur. Now, an entrepreneur is a person who promotes a business by establishing the factors of production like land, labor, capital and organization. So they have to make arrangement of these 4 factors of production. Now let us make a brief discussion about which are the 4 factors of production. Like suppose first one is land. Now it depends upon how much acres of land is required for construction of industry. Then second one is labor. Now labor is classified as unskilled, semi-skilled and skilled labor. Now unskilled labor means which laborers are not that much skilled or not that much trained. Then semi-skilled laborers are there and skilled laborers are there. Then afterwards comes capital and organization. So an entrepreneur should make arrangement of all these 4 factors of production and then he should decide to set up or start up his industry. Now it need not be only make arrangement of 4 factors of production but also make arrangement of 4 M's which are there. That is men, money, material and machine. So also in first module we will be discussing about sole proprietorship and partnership. Now let us discuss in briefly what do you mean by sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship means what? A single trader will start or establish his business. And the next one is partnership firm. Partnership firm means 2 or more partners coming together and setting up their industry. Now suppose for example we will take example of 3 partners A, B and C. So A person he will introduce whatever his investment is there, B person and C person, and whatever are the profits and losses will be shared accordingly in the ratio wise. So that everything will be studying in the first module. Then in second module we will be studying about creativity and innovation. Now you already know what is the meaning of creativity and innovation. Innovation means what? Introduction of new products or new ideas or new concept. Then the third module will be discussing about different institutions are there and also the profile of entrepreneur. Now profile of entrepreneur means what? Dhirubhai Ambani is there, Ratan Tata, Narayan Murthy, Kiran Majumdar Shaw. So there will be discussing about the life history of each and every entrepreneur. Life history means what? When was he born, then how they struggled himself and how they became a successful entrepreneur. So this everything you will be studying in the third module. Then fourth module you will be studying about industrial sickness. Industrial sickness means what? Now you already studied about a small scale industry. What do you mean by small scale industry? Where investment is less and number of workers are less or limited. So here industrial sickness means what? For what reason that particular industry is becoming a sick unit. Sick unit means why that industry is going into loss. Then the fifth module will be studying about the project report. You have to prepare a project report and certain calculations are there for that. Now this is all about the syllabus. Now one by one we'll start discussing about each module. Now we'll start with the first module, that is introduction. In that first we'll be discussing about entrepreneur. Who is called as an entrepreneur? Now I'll give you one simple example that now just imagine that if you want to get a job in any company, that is a easy part. But suppose entrepreneur means if you want to set up or establish your own industry, that is a very risky part and it is a very difficult. And for that the main quality required is what? Risk taking. Risk taking means what? See, the entrepreneur has to make arrangement of, first of all, the basic important thing is what? Finance. As you are already aware that finance is the lifeblood of the organization. Without finance, an industry cannot run. Okay, suppose if you don't make proper arrangement of capital or finance, it will be very difficult to set up the industry. So first main important thing is what? You have to make proper arrangement of finance. Okay, then not only finance, plus also you have to make arrangement of the 4 factors of production. Now already I have told you which are the 4 factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and organization. Now already in detail we had made a discussion that land means how many acres of land is required, labor, okay, which kind of laborers are required, as it has been classified as unskilled, semi-skilled and skilled labor, and how much capital or investment is required. So after making proper arrangement of these 4 factors of production, then that time only the entrepreneur can set up his industry. So that is called as a entrepreneur, okay, who will promote his own business. So like that we will be studying about the different qualities of entrepreneur also, but only you need to remember the most important quality which is required for an entrepreneur, that is risk taking. That much risk is been involved. See, the risk taking need not be only at the initial stage, means only at the starting stage when you want to set up the industry, but also risk will be involved after the industry or after the business has been going on. Okay, it need not be that business will be always profitable only. At times it will be profitable, or at times it will come into losses. So an entrepreneur should be such person that he should try to bear all such kind of the losses. He should not tell that only I want my business to be profitable. That should not be there. Whenever any kind of losses also have been faced, or whenever any kind of difficulties an entrepreneur will face, or any kind of problems an entrepreneur will face, he should be capable enough, or he should be confident in order to face such kind of difficulties or problem. So this is called as a entrepreneurship development, or this is an entrepreneur. So next we'll be studying about the qualities of entrepreneur. Now already I have told you the main important quality is risk taking. So like that in detail we'll be studying all the qualities. Now the first quality of entrepreneur is risk taking. As already I have told you that suppose if you're an entrepreneur, he want to set up his own industry, that much risk is been involved. He has to make arrangement right from the stage of availability of finance, okay, plus factors of production, plus 4 M's, and afterwards only he can set up his industry. Okay, that is called as a risk taking. Then the second point is what? Innovation. Now what do you mean by innovation? Innovation means what? Introduction of new products and new ideas. So an entrepreneur mindset should be such that he should be trying to think something new, or he should be trying to think something different. He should not try to think only the old things which are there. Nowadays when the trend is been changing, okay, so he should be more intelligent enough in order to discover something new things, or in order to discover something new products. So innovation need not be only introduction of the new products which are there, okay, plus also the new ideas also, the new process also, the new design, that also will come as the innovation. So you don't have intention that innovation means only introduction of the new product. Then the next one is business acumen. So here it means that an entrepreneur should be a business oriented person. Now business oriented person means what? Okay, he should have a zeal towards the business. He should be interested in dealing the business activities which are there. He should not only try to do the business only for namesake. Okay, he should be a business oriented person. As previously I have told you that, okay, the entrepreneur should not only be, okay, thinking only about the profit, plus he should try to think that whenever any kind of losses are there, he should try to incur such kind of the losses. The next one is determination. Now what do you mean by determination? An entrepreneur must have focus or firm determination towards achieving or towards doing any kind of a thing. Now suppose if he handles some new thing, or if he handles some new task or new activity, he should have a firm determination towards that. The next one is organization skill. Now when we split this particular word, organization skill, you already know what is the meaning of skill. Skill means whatever the qualities are there, or what skill or what talent a person has been having. Okay, now many skills a person, a common man will be having, but when we relate that to the entrepreneur, no, okay, what is the meaning of organization skill? So an entrepreneur should be having that skill or that talent in order to make arrangement of the factors of production. That organization skill an entrepreneur should try to develop. The next one is foresight. Now what do you mean by foresight? Okay, foresight means what? Looking ahead in future. Okay, it is very difficult to predict what may happen in future. We don't know that tomorrow what may happen, but at least the entrepreneur should be able, based on assumption, at least he can try to understand that this so and so things or these many circumstances can happen in future. Like simple example I can give you for that. He can see past records will be there, so he can go through the maintenance of the records statement which are there, and based on those records he can at least assume that these things may happen in future. Like I will give you an example of sales. If you want to make a comparison of sales from the previous year to this year, in previous year what happened? Sales were declining, means sales were less. Okay, and in this year what happened? Sales suddenly increased, or it suddenly rise up or came up. So now what is the reason why the sales have been declining and why the sales have been increasing? So because of that he need to find out what are the reasons for sales increasing or declining. So like that way he should be having a proper foresight, means looking ahead in future. The next one is optimistic. Now the main quality is what? An optimistic means what? An entrepreneur should be a positive thinker, means always he should try to think in a positive way. He should not try to think in a negative way. Okay, now usually what happens, as you are aware that suppose if you think that now my company will be always profitable only, means what? I am thinking in a positive way. But suppose if I will think that okay, I have set up so much industry and all that, okay, and my companies will go into loss, nothing profit can become, okay, and no one will purchase my product also. If such negativity will come in your mind, okay, then automatically your company will go into loss only. So that should not happen. An entrepreneur should always be a positive thinker, means always he should try to think in a positive way. Now I will not tell that okay, when he think in a positive way then it will be profitable only, but at least he will get some confidence, okay, in order to that, okay, how he can reach that particular level, or how he can make an industry, okay, progressive, or how he can make the industry successful. So like that way an entrepreneur should be optimistic, means always thinking in a positive way. Then the next point is, means the next quality of the entrepreneur is good communication skill. Now what do you mean by good communication skill? An entrepreneur should be having proper communication skill. Okay, it can be the proper communication towards inside the organization also, and good communication externally also, or outside the organization. Means how he'll be having proper communication towards their customers, suppliers, retailers. Okay, so their proper communication should be developed. The next one is self-confidence. See, the main quality required is an entrepreneur should be confident enough in order to face all such kind of problems and difficulties. As already I have told you, more responsibility will be headed by for the entrepreneur. He should try to accept such kind of responsibilities. He should not run away from the problems, or he should not run away from the difficulties. He should be confident enough in order to face such kind of problems or difficulties. Then the next point is flexible. Flexible means what? Okay, some kind of changes also can be done in the entrepreneur, means in the industry. As you can relate to the second point and the last point, innovation, we had seen that introduction of new products and new ideas which were there. So suppose if the industry has been running with the same routine pattern, means old techniques or old technology is only been used in the industry. Okay, so at that point of time the entrepreneur can try to make some changes in the organization by introducing some new techniques of production or new things or new ideas which are there. So these are the qualities of entrepreneur. So So just briefly I will tell the qualities of entrepreneur. Risk taking. The main quality required for an entrepreneur is risk. Okay, he should try to bear all such kind of the risk. Then innovation. Innovation means introduction of new products and new ideas. Then business acumen. Business acumen means what? An entrepreneur should be a business oriented person. Then determination. An entrepreneur should have firm determination, means focus towards doing that particular thing. The next one is organization skill. Now what do you mean by organization skill? Okay, how he'll make proper arrangement of all the factors of production. So that also a particular skill should be developed. Then foresight. Foresight means what? Looking ahead in future. It will be very difficult to means know what may happen in the future. But an entrepreneur should be intelligent enough to understand or foresee what may happen in the future. Then optimistic. Optimistic means what? A positive thinker. An entrepreneur should always be a positive thinker. He should not try to be pessimistic. Means he should not try to think in a negative way. Then good communication skill. Good communication skill means having proper communication skill. Maybe within the organization also or externally outside the organization also. Okay, means proper communication with the customers, suppliers. Then self-confidence. An entrepreneur, he should be confident enough in order to face all such kind of problems and difficulties. And flexible. So these are the qualities of entrepreneur.